Welcome everybody to Hof Bergmann Winter Update version 1.0.3 or 1.3.0, correction. I'm redoing the starting of Hof Bergmann because Farmer Andy has made major changes since 1.2. So that's why I'm restarting the series. I won't be restarting again unless he does the same thing in 1.4, which I'm hearing he's working on. No release dates as of yet. And I wanted to do a fresh start because I was struggling so bad in the other one. Plus, like I said, he's made significant changes in the game. So I'm just going to run around and open up some gates here real quick while I'm talking. What he has done is he's changed locations of a few things. He's changed how some of the feeders are done. He's changed the way the calf igloos are working. He's changed all kinds of good stuff. And I am stoked about this map. I was playing a little bit last night on my own on a private map, and I was just absolutely blown away by the changes he's made. Yeah, and I'm going to try and do the series with the least amount of changes that I can. I will show you the mods I'm running, just to say, I am running mods. Most of them are quality of life. A few of them are ones I just never play without. Got the three normals for Farming Simulator. I've got a few tractors. I've got an auto load trailer, big bag cattle pack in case I need to buy TMR to get started, buyable bales so I can buy a few baby bales to get started. The Purina I have in here because it's animal food, and I was having difficulty with not being able to feed the pigs or the calves. So what I had to do is I had to go through all of my mods and remove all productions that were not essential to Hof Bergmann, because I was getting a lot of script errors when I checked the logs. I was getting a ton of errors. So my advice, if anyone's starting this new, is to run as few mods as you possibly can that are anything related to productions or animal food, just because you can run into some major issues. I do have a mower, teleskid, a few little things I might not use, but you never know. And I have the Colossus, I have my Beast, I have a forage pickup. I probably will be doing a lot of bales, so I have the Vicon fast bale in here. I have, of course, my Massey Fergusons that I love. Always gotta have those. I do have the Palfinger semi in here. I don't think I'll be using it though because it is gigantic, and this map is very tiny. But this is all I'm running for mods. And it's just a few things that I want. I have a couple John Deeres in here. I have a couple Massey Fergusons. Nothing super special. But I'm excited to get started on this one. It's just one of those things where you never know what's going to pop up. So the first thing I need to do is look at the fields that we have, because I own 2 fields right now, but I want to buy 2 more. Now, I got to be careful though, because the volume or the prices are very expensive. Like this one is $220,000, $73,000 a hectare, which again, I mentioned in my first series of videos that it was way expensive for, per acre cost, but it is what it is. That said, what I'm going to do is buy this grass field because I need grass for making hay. Now, I could buy either this grass field or I could buy the smaller one. Right now, I would prefer not to buy the bigger or the smaller one because I could use the larger one, if that makes sense. There's also a large field here that would be perfect for a grass field, but I don't want to spend that kind of money right now. Now, what I do need to check and see what crops are on here and what stage they're at growing. Okay, so the grass field here is ready to harvest. This one is actually technically not a field yet, so we're going to be working at that. I'm going to buy this one so I can get the straw off it. I need the straw, so we're going to buy that one. Big chunk of money gone, but it is needed. And I'm also going to buy this little one. I'm just going to bite the bullet right off the bat and buy the 2 fields that I want. So now I have 4 fields to deal with. I don't want any more than that right now because I've got enough with what he's put into the map. So let's see. What I am going to do is review the equipment really quickly, because there's a few pieces of equipment I don't like, so I'm going to get rid of them. Starting equipment, medium tractors. I don't need the 6R John Deere. I'm not a big fan of John Deere, so I'm going to be selling that. Sorry, guys. I might pick up a different John Deere in its place, but right now, no. I'm going to get... how much does this have? 143. Okay, we'll keep the Dutzfar, but I'm going to get rid of the other John Deere. Again, it's not because I detest John Deere, but I'm still going to get rid of it. Not a fan of the front loaders that are articulated, so I'm going to sell that, and I'll get just a Teletruck or a Teleskid. Let's see. Front loader I don't need because I just sold the item. I don't need that. Trailers I'm not going to worry about, except this one here. I do not need this one. I'm going to sell it. I'll be picking other ones out as I play. We'll keep that for now. The cultivator, we'll keep it. Not sure on the seeder. Again, it's ones that I have to fix something. If I want it in the yard, I have to pick it so it fits through the gates. So that's another thing I'll do. Manure spreader can stay. Harvester can stay. This little forage wagon, for now I'll keep it. We'll see. Weights, I don't really need because, of course, actually, no, I'm going to keep that one because I plan on picking up another little John Deere, maybe like a 6R, something like that. Don't need to get rid of anything he's given me. Actually, Hof Bergmann and the Fent I'm just going to keep there for posterity because, you know, it's Hof Bergmann. He's always got the Fent with the box on the front. Now, he's changed a lot of things around. This is now your milk storage for your farm dairy. He got rid of the milker, which is surprising. So I'm not sure how this is going to work, but we're going to get the cows going later. Right now, I got to get the harvest done first thing because I am running seasons, which reminds me I need to change a couple settings in seasons. So I'm going to turn off crop destruction because I would like to use workers, and they still haven't figured out how to completely keep the workers on task. Going to get rid of fieldstone because I'm not going to use any lime production of any sort. Weeds, for now, I'm going to leave on. I'm going to leave seasons on, but I'm going to change it to 3 days so I have a little bit extra time to get things done. I plan on going through the winter because he's done a lot of work on the winter IDAS. Going to slow it down to 2 times because I'm not a fan of how fast the stuff runs. And let's see, vehicle control, I'm just going to leave everything normal. I'm going to shut off the AI worker buying anything like I always do. Never like that. And let's see, I think that's all the changes we need to do. Unless, of course, I run across things where you guys can't hear the equipment good enough or whatever, then I'll make those changes. Anyway, let's just go ahead and save it real quick. And we'll get started. So we have 2 fields that are ready to harvest. I have number 3 and number 1, and also my grass field. So that's going to take a little bit of work to get them done. Let's grab the combine and get going so I can get those done. I am going to do anything I buy from the store, I'm going to have to go down and get from the store. I'm not using store deliveries because I know a lot of people consider it cheating, but whatever. I just feel that on this map it's worth going down to the store and grabbing the things that I buy because he's taken the time to put so many items in here that are custom. So we're going to go down, take this down here, and get started on harvesting this field. I need all the straw I can get because of making TMR and things like that, and I won't be getting cows until I get a sufficient amount of TMR to keep them fed and fat and happy. So we're going to be working away from that for the moment. And since this is a private road, I'm going to leave my header trailer sit right there. And get hooked up here and we'll get the harvest started. Now I may use the real speed mod because I still, for as many years as I've been playing this game, I cannot harvest at 6 miles an hour. It just irks me. So you guys are going to have to deal with it. Alright, let's get going here. Getting lined up. And I'm going to do 1 pass around and then go straight lines after that. This is an odd-shaped field, so it's kind of hard to do nice straight lines. And I don't believe this vehicle has GPS on it because it's fairly old. Plus, I'm not a huge fan of GPS. But we're going to go ahead and get this one done, and then I plan on buying the Massey Ferguson baler if I don't already have it. I'm not sure on that, because I need to make baby bales, the little 120s, and then later on I'll get the Vicon fast bale or something other than that to make the other bales that we need for, doing the beef pasture and the buffalo pastures. Which, if you guys are interested, Farmer Klein and Scroft both are doing fantastic series on this map, and they go through a lot more heavy-duty explaining how things are done. I'm not going to do that in here unless I have to figure something out as I play, because of the fact there's already very, very good tutorials, especially from Farmer Klein. He does a lot of wonderful instruction on how to do, like, duck harvesting, the meat harvesting, the suckling pig roasting, all that stuff. He does all of the very, very clear and concise tutorials, I'm going to call them. So, there we go. There is a new thing in 1.3, which you can see there's 3 bars up on my upper left, or upper right, okay, my direction's right. Hunger, thirst, and fatigue. I'm going to be running that, and I'm going to be purchasing some baskets of food from the store that will take care of those items. The only one that I have to do is fatigue, and that I have to sleep at night once I hit a certain percentage, or it gets too dark to work. So, but we're going to be just working along here, getting things done, and I plan on streaming for about 2 hours. Not sure yet. I might go a little bit more, just depending on how I'm feeling, because it is about, well, 9, almost 10 o'clock here in the Midwest, and I haven't slept yet. I drank way too much coffee and soda yesterday, so I had a very sleepless night. So we'll see how fast I crash. Anyway, back to what we're doing. Farmer Andy has done a phenomenal job, knocked it out of the park again with Hof Bergmann. Ever since FS19 is the ones I've played, he has just knocked it out of the park every time he's done Hof Bergmann. And it's no different now. Every iteration just gets better and better and better. So, yeah, it's just amazing what he's done. And I'm going to boost the speed on this just a little bit. I am going to turn my speed down just a hair. We'll go about 10. Whoops, 10. And then I'm just going to cruise. I'm not going to assign a worker yet. I will in a little bit, so I can go get the baler and start working on that so we can make progress this episode. But other than that, we'll be good. So, any questions you guys have, I'll answer what I can. But again, Farmer Klein has a wonderful tutorial series on this update. So, which I think is like a almost 2-hour video that he does. So, we're just going to keep this going. And with that, I'm going to stop rattling at 500 miles an hour. We'll just go ahead and get the headlands done, and then I'm going to turn our worker loose, and hopefully they go straight where they're supposed to. We'll see, though. They don't tend to like crooked fields. But if I give them all the space they need on the corners to turn, I should have pretty good luck. Okay, so hopefully this stream finds everybody happy and healthy after the holidays. I know my holidays were pretty common. Nobody got sick, nobody had problems. Nice, quiet Christmas with my family. Never had any problems there. And I want to apologize for not streaming for over a month. I was dealing with some very minor health issues once again, and basic winter doldrums, because even though I love the Midwest, I just get so down in the dumps during the winter months because it's cold and miserable outside, and you just can't get, out and do things as well as a lot of people can. I'm not a skier, I'm not an ice skater, don't like to snowmobile, all that stuff. It was just kind of funny, but whatever. But otherwise, everything else went fine. I do want to tell you, though, I might be getting a different job here in the near future, so my schedule for streaming will be what my time allows. But gotta have money to pay the bills, so, all that good stuff. And for some reason, my cruise is not going to 10 miles an hour. It stops at 6. Must be a limiter on this combine, which is fine and dandy. Actually, let me do that. There we go. Now I got it. Turn on real speed and I'll go to 10 miles an hour. Get this done a little bit faster. Alright, back up. We'll finish this headland because we'll be full by the time I get to the edge over here. I'll turn the worker loose as soon as I go get the wagon and bring that down here. I would like to buy the dragon truck. I have a specially modded one that's a little more powerful than the base game, so I would like to use that instead of wagons as much as I can, but I'm not sure what the price is on it. I think it's about 40,000, give or take. I'm not sure, but I would like to use that for transporting everything grain related. But since he has a lot of the productions that you need to do built into the farm, I may not need it, so we'll see. Indecisive once again. Alright, we're almost full. Just going to make the corner here. And we'll stop right about there. Put our pipe out, turn our beacons off, and then I'm going to hop out and go grab my tractor and trailer, and we're gonna get that started here. Let's see, tractor's up here. I haven't taken it out yet, and my little trailer's right next to it. Oops, can't see. Alright. I'm glad he chose the Fiat Agri as a starter tractor. I like that. I've used this since 19, this tractor, and I love it. And I'm glad they finally got the volume right on it, because in 19 it was so loud it just about drove you crazy driving it. Okay. Get the combine emptied. And since I don't have crop destruction on, I can go over here. Alright, get this emptied. And then I'm going to turn a worker loose, and I'm going to go, my controller has button creep, I'm going to go find the baler and get that set up. Stop moving, you darn controller. One of these days I'll rip apart my controller and fix it. Put new actuators on it one of these days, but yeah, someday soon. Alright, and we're going to go dump this first wagon load, because this field gets you quite a bit of wheat, and we're going to need the wheat for doing chickens and ducks and things. So we're going to put this in our area. I am going to get the worker started here. Pipe in, get a worker, and let them figure out where they need to be to run. They're going to go forward and backward 50 times before they finally settle, and heaven only knows where he's going, so we're just going to let him work. While we go dump the grain in the silo and find the baler, or find a baler. yeah, this map is phenomenal. Can't say enough good stuff about it. Alright, and we're going to open some gates here. And I'm going to run across and open the other gate just to get it going. Alright. And there's not a cover on that anymore, so that's good. And I'll give you a quick tour of this side once I get this dumped. Alright. There we go, dump that. Alright, we'll get turned around here. And I'll give you a quick tour of this side. We have the shop right here, where we have our carter and we have just our fixing bays. And we have a little smattering of supplies here, which I forgot were even here, so when I purchased everything before, I think these are usable. They might be just for looks. Nope, storage rack for pallets. Yep, you can take all of it out of there. Awesome. This, I believe, is storage again. Yep, another building for storage. That building is also storage. And then you have the root crop storage here for storing potatoes, carrots, that sort of thing. I don't know exactly which crops go in there, but we'll find out. So we'll get it all figured out. And then I believe your diesel tank is right here. Let's double check that. I think he provides you with diesel. Yep, fuel depot. Awesome. So we didn't even have to put fuel tanks down. Alright, let's go. Let's get this back over to where the combine is working. And then we will find the baler, because I think we own one. And we will go ahead and park this right here. I'm not sure what the worker is doing. He seems to be driving all over the field, which is exactly why I do not leave crop destruction on, because you can't trust him not to drive over the entire field. So I'm not sure what he's up to. Yeah. Jeepers creepers. You can't trust him. Jeez. I may have to take over for him once I get the baler down here, but I gotta find the baler first. Let's actually look and see if I own one. I don't even know. Baler. I do not own a baler. Alright, so we want to pick up a mini baler for now. And that is going to be in... I still haven't mastered these categories. In here. And I think I'm going to get the Massey Ferguson because of the fact it's got a nice wide pickup on it. I don't know what the difference is between this one and this one. I have no idea what this difference is. 120s, 120s. We're just going to get the Giants one. Fine for me. Alright, and we're just going to buy it. Yes, because we need it. And let's go get that from the shop. And then we will bring it back and get started with the baling. And since I already have twine over on the other supply shelves, I'll just use that instead of buying a pallet down at the shop, which is a good thing. And watch it so I don't get clipped coming out of here. I usually do. This field has wheat on it this time. Last 2 times I've started this map, it's had potatoes as a starting crop. Nice. And I may do a couple contracts now and then just to, you know, get the extra money and such from them, but I'm not too sure. There's enough on this map to keep me going for a long time, so I doubt I'll be doing many of the contracts. Except maybe in the winter I'll be doing the, is this my corner? I don't remember. Nope, wrong corner. Except for the firewood. I may run firewood just to have the income from it. And you're creating a traffic jam because you tried to overtake me when there's oncoming traffic. Yep. Alright, let's go here and get our baler. And I want these specifically for the calves, the piglets, and the chickens and ducks, because you need all of that. And I'm just going to scoot around all of you, because you haven't figured out that, yeah. So we're going to get this done. Alright. Get this back to the farm and get the baling started. I also need to buy the auto-load trailer for the little bales, because little bales are not fun to pick up. So I'm just going to do an auto-load trailer on that. And Sandman 28770, hello. Happy Saturday is right. Like I said, I haven't slept yet, so we'll see how long my body says you can keep going. We'll see. But I need to go snag a pallet of twine from my shelving over here. And for this little bit, I'm going to use super strength because I am not in the mood to go find a thing just to get some twine out of it. Let's see. We're square bale twine. I don't need 2, but that's okay. We'll grab 1 and bring it over here, and we'll throw the other one back in. Alright, and this, I'm just going to drag it this way. I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm going to. Because I'm going to need a fair amount of it to get this one up and running. And fill it up. Oh, it comes pre-filled. Nice. Okay. We're just going to set this over here for now. I'll come back to it. And let's see, just got his game a month or so. Addicted, yes, absolutely, I love this game. I have 2,000 hours in FS22, and I'm about 500 in this one, just because I needed a break. You're on the Osweiler map. I have not played that map yet. I was playing one of the Polish maps the other night. I can't remember what it is. It's like Ostwild? I'm not sure. One of those, anyway. And where is my worker? Is he doing something weird again? Or is he actually doing straight lines now? Okay, I think he finally got himself straightened out. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's get this bale started. I'm going to have to pull the trailer over to him shortly, so we'll at least get a little bit of start going here. And I'm going to stay on this side. Whoops. Jackknifed baler's always a good idea to start. Trying to stay away from where he's working, because he's doing fairly well right now. So I'm just gonna do this and this one. But as far as favorite maps, Hof Bergmann has always been a favorite of mine. And oh boy, this is slow. Sorry guys. And then in FS22, it was La Cornella. Once I modified the home farm, I love that map because it again is a production map, which I love production maps. I don't like to haul grain, plant, seed, haul grain. I don't like that kind of play, so, but I keep myself busy. But for most of the month of December, I was dealing with health issues, little ones, and I was addicted to Satisfactory. I decided not to stream it because I didn't have a clue what I was doing, and I got a little vocal during some of it. So, I didn't want to do anything like that. But yeah, I had to take a break from it because I was going to burn out soon, and I did not want to do that on a brand new game. So I'm back farming. Oops, missed. Get that picked up. Alright, and this first field, all the bales are going to be made the small size. And I think the second... Oops, slow down there. You don't need to go that fast. The second field that I have to do is probably going to be done in round bales, which I'll probably purchase a round baler also at the same time, because I'll need those for mixing TMR. But I could use this small bales also, but they tend to be a lot more needed in the TMR, where it works better to use round bales or square bales, either one. We'll see what I can afford, because I still have a lot of stuff to buy and you know, all those good stuff. Alright, I have a sneaking suspicion he's full because he stopped again. Finish this route real quick. And then I'll go take the trailer to him, empty him, get that back to the area. Oops, a little more. There you go. That up, turn you off, and unhook it. Grab the trailer, empty the harvester. Love the sheep plus fabric and clothes sell good. Yep, they do sell well. That's one thing I noticed in the mod hub, is there's hardly any spinneries, which I'm just like, wow. You know, because I was looking for a spinnery to work on. I want to use the Granny's Knitwear mod, and I can't do it unless I can find a spinnery mod. There's only like 2 in the mod hub, but there's hundreds of different bakeries and ice cream and a bunch of different stuff. But I did manage to find one on fs25mods.net that I'm going to use, so that'll work perfectly. But one of those things. Alright, get this done. The worker seems to have gotten himself straightened out, so he's not doing circles in the field anymore, so we're good to go there. And then I'm going to get myself going on the baling, and also I need to go get the bale trailer. I'm going to buy a little bit bigger one than I usually use, and then yeah, maybe get the chickens and the piglets going today. But that's all stuff that I'm going to work towards. I want to get this field especially done, and then the smaller field I'll just turn a worker on and get that going. Pardon me, I had a coffee rebound. But so far it's going smooth. And he removed my nemesis from the game, from the map. Feed cows, loose hay, sheep, loose grass is just as good as a bale. Most of the time it is, but the way he has the feeder set up in this mod, I'll show you here in just a second, or this map, it's a little bit easier to use bales because the way he has it positioned. So I'll show you what I mean here in a moment. Let me dump this. At least I find it easier to use bales. And I think the square bales are actually going to be easier. So, let's go back here. And I have to go down. Whoa. Okay, I almost got hit. And, yep, just give me a second to get past you here. There you go. The easiest way to explain it is to show you how he has the TMR mixer set up. And another thing is, he doesn't have a silage fermenter except for the clamp. So we need to do bales for this. He has a Vertimix in here, but he has it under a shelter. So round bales will work, but I haven't found a successful way to put loose in here, unless he has a trigger here in front, which he may. I've never tried it. Um, but I love the idea of having a stationary mixer. So that's why I think I need to run bales. I mean, we could try a little bit of straw in there and see if it works, but I'm not too worried about it at the moment. What I would love to find is a big cornfield that I could buy temporarily, grab the corn off of it, and then sell it again, which I know a lot of people frown at, but I do what I have to do to get the stuff I need. Oops, you need the tractor, silly. Alright. Get this. And continue baling. Corn is good for cereal or cornbread. Yeah, exactly. Cornbread's some good stuff. Oh, are you gonna hit me? Yep, you are. You're blocked. Oh no. There, now can you do your tough? Or are you gonna come at me again? Seriously? There you go. Now do your 100-point turn. I'll just go here and get you going. Let you do your thing. But no, as far as I know, he does not have a trigger in front of that, but I have yet to test it because I haven't got to the point of having full-size cows that I need to feed, because it's actually a chore just to get set up for the calves. So we'll get that in just a few minutes here. I'm gonna get this baling done. We're gonna need to get the calf igloo set up and things like that so we can run calves. And we will get it figured out. Okay, let's get this done. Yep, I make little baby bales, but I do this just for the chickens, the calves, and the ducks. The rest of it is going to be the big bales, standard 240s or whatever they are. I don't even know what size they are anymore. But this one, I'm going to do a small, just one field of small baby bales because they're easier to get through the doors and things for the piglets, the calves, and the chickens and ducks. I think the rabbits take straw too. But, yeah, I'll probably keep this little Massey Ferguson baler just because it's easier to fit the bales. But then I need to get these fields harvested and get that grass done and get a wrapper, which is another thing because he doesn't have a fermenter. So, and I don't want to mess up anything else on the map. I was having trouble feeding the animals last night because of the fact that I had pig food mixers and stuff in my mod list, and it was causing problems with me not being able to feed the animals. So once I removed all of those mods, I'm not having any problems anymore with feeding them. So just a word of warning if you decide to play this map. It is definitely something you don't want to run, is extra mods for productions, period. So, because he has everything you need built in. Okay, I'm not going to do all of this baling right now, I don't think, because it's going to take me a short forever. And I want to get onto something else a little bit. I'll probably do the majority of the baling off screen. Because I want to try and maximize what I get done while you guys can watch. Just going to do enough that we can keep this harvester going. Because I have 3 days before the next season hits, which is fine. I want to get all of the fields harvested that I own. I want to get them prepped and maybe plant a cover crop over winter. Because I did not check the growth calendar to see what has grown during the winter months over here. Supposedly this set is in Germany because Andy's German, so we'll see. I don't know if it's even possible to modify growing seasons in 25. I've never tried it. like they did back in 19, where they had the geo packs and things like that. I don't know if it's something they can do even. So, oh, you're full. All right, fine. Let's go ahead and get him. I should have a second tractor. Yep. Need a second tractor. Which, did I keep another tractor? I honestly don't remember. Let's see. We're gonna take a quick peek here before I take off with this one. Let's see. Do I own another tractor? I don't remember. Nope, that's not what I want. I want this. I have the Fiat Agri, and I have the Dutzfar. Okay, so maybe I'll go get the Dutzfar and put it on this wagon so I don't have to keep unhooking the baler. That'll be a plan, I think. I'm not sure why he skipped a chunk here, but whatever. Alright, I'm going to let him empty, and I'm going to go grab the Dutzfar. Not sure where it's at. I think it might be in the shed by the house. I'm not sure. I think it's up here, if I remember right. Come on, open the door. No, don't pick up the tractor. Open the door. Grr. Let go. There you go. There's the Dutzfar. I had super strength still on it. It didn't like to let go. Come on. Alright. We'll go hook this onto the wagon. I'm not sure what kind of horsepower we've got in this one, but I like Dutzfars. Any of you who watched me do FS22 know I love the Dutzfar Bull, which was, I think, the 9 series. Not sure. But I really do like the Dutzfars. Alright, and I'm just going to leave you right there for the moment, because you're going to just go empty. Because I need to buy some more stuff from the shop. I need a bale trailer. I need stuff to haul chickens. Chicken feed. Well, I do have chicken feed at the house here because it's just wheat. I need to buy piglet feed. I need to buy calf feed. I need to buy igloos. So yeah, we're going to be building quite a bit of stuff here. I want to get it all started and then I'll come back to the baling. And I'm going to try and use all the equipment he gave me except for the few pieces I sold at the very beginning of the stream. There's some of the things I just don't care for. Get this done. And then put it back over by the harvester. And then I am just going to grab the little van he gives you and go down and get some stuff for getting the rest of the farm set up, because I'm going to need to buy supplies for my hunger and thirst. That's one thing. And then I need to buy small animal carriers. I want to get the kitty cat. I want to maybe get a puppy dog. We'll see. But yeah, I want to get all that stuff figured out. And it's going to take a little bit to get them all done. Alright, so we're going to park this one right here. And switch this back over to the baler. I'll come back to this though. I don't want to bale anymore right at the moment. On the wrong side, silly. lined up and leave her sit. Grab this and put it on the trailer. Come on, there you go. And then we will go grab the van and do our thing over there. Because by then he'll be done with this field. So we'll need to empty him and move him over to the other field when I get back. And I also need to get a mower while I'm up there. I need to buy quite a few items. Let's see, we should have a van in here. Little beep beep van, which is cool. Alright, let's go up to the store and buy a few things. Whoa, I almost got hit again. Jeepers. Crazy drivers. And I think he has speed cameras built in. At least I heard Scroft say something about speed cameras, which is like a hidden car hidden in the woods here somewhere. I'm not sure where. Not sure if he does or not. I've never figured it out. So I need to go to the shop, which is right up here. Left turn. Alright, so I have some monies. Let's see. I don't want to repair. Wrong button. I want to open this, but I don't want to talk to you. Okay, so let's see. I need to get a mower. It's the first thing I need to get. And we're gonna get the basic. If I was Daggerwin, I'd do something like this and mow my field with a little hand thing. But we're gonna go. I'm gonna go with this one for now. I think. I don't really want to spend 70,000 on the setup. Let's do this one. We'll do the Samaz. I don't mind that one. Do that one for now until I have more money to spend on things. We'll do that. And I'll do the front mower too. Wait, does my Fiat Agri have a front thingy on it? Looks like it does. Oops, nope, I don't want to sell it. Yeah, it does. Okay, so I'll get the front mower too. Mower, and I need that. And then I'm going to need tedder and wrapper. This could get expensive real fast because I'm going to make hay. So I'll need a tedder. We're going to go with, that's only 3 or 4.4. This one's 8.2. We're going to go with this one. We're going to buy that. I got a bunch of transferring of equipment to do now, which is all right. Money goes so fast. I grind contracts. You have to, and a lot of times, which I don't understand why. There's people that I watch, like Sealy P and a bunch of different people, that the viewers get bent out of shape when they start doing contracts. It's like, how else are you going to make money early on in the game other than doing grass or wood? And I get tired of watching people mow. So I don't like this windrower, but I don't have much other choice. I'm not paying 60 grand for a windrower for that little field. All right, so let's do this. So that takes care of the bales except for the wrapper. I'm just going to get the one that mounts on the back of my vehicle, I think. 9,000 more I can wrap. That one does round or square. I'm not a big fan of those though. Let's just do this one, mounted on the back of the tractor. We'll buy this, and we got a wrapper, baler, mower, tedder, all that stuff. So baling should be ready to go, except for the actual square baler. Do we have anything cheap for bigger square bales? I don't think so. Nope. 105, 174. Looks like we're going to be going round bales, people. Ba, 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 65, 25. I might actually find a different baler that's not so silly expensive. This one's not too bad, but there's a couple older balers that I might load from the mod hub before I buy the actual big baler. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Let's see, what else do I need? I came up here for baling supplies. I also came up for something else, and I don't remember what it was. Don't need a car, don't need tractors, don't need that. I need, where is it? Supplies. I'm not sure. Oh, supplies for me. That's what I need. I'm gonna look at animal food, piglet feed. I need some of that. Customize. We're gonna buy 10 of them. And we're going to back out and we're gonna buy calf milk powder. 10 of them. Okay, that and that. And then I need for me, I need to buy in the Hof Bergmann supplies. They're here somewhere. There it is. Food. Provisions. I gotta buy them one at a time. This kind of sucks, but that's okay. I need to come back up here with a tractor anyway. So we'll just buy 5 for now. Alright, so let's get all this loaded up. And, yep, all over the place. Cool. Love it. Gotta love it. Let's see. What's my F1 menu for opening this? Nope, don't want to jump. How about we get in and open it up? Unfold car. There we go. That's what I wanted. And I am going to pull it over to the little baggies because they are crazy. I'll pick up the food baskets. Those are no big deal. I'm going to tuck them in after I get everything else loaded. But these take a while to get loaded. Oops. Crashed first one. Awesome. Get my piglet feed. And there is one more thing that is going to be essential that I buy for the farm that I can't live without once I get going. And I'll show you what that is once I get these loaded. I don't know if I have to buy the small animal carriers here. I think I might have to. We'll see. Get all this loaded. Kind of wish this came on a pallet. It would be much easier to work with, but it is what it is. And I don't particularly care if it's straight or not because they're gonna all just get tossed into a storage bin when I get back to the farm anyway. It's just I have to make room for the rest of the things I want to purchase. Let's see, can I throw? Do they let me throw anymore? Nope, doesn't look like it. Alright, fine, whatever. Get this loaded up. And I'm actually going to buy a couple more things while I'm here. Alright, get my bread loaded up. Whoa, super speed goes crazy once in a while. Not very good at stacking stuff in a van, obviously. Okay. And then I want to get one more thing before my thought processes run away and hide. Okay, now I need to buy, let's see if I can do it from here. Animal transport stuff. Pallet tanks, pallets, animals, animal. Where is it? Animal transport. Might not be in this section. Nope, he's got it in the other section. So, because it's special. LSFM. There it is, small pet transport. I need 3 of these for carrying ducks, chickens, and rabbits, which we're going to buy. Why is this not letting me buy it? Buy. Okay, there we go. Because I missed the target, that's why. Haha. Okay, we'll get 3 of those. And I need a pet carrier for my cat. And then, let's see, I don't need the chicken box yet. Got that. I've got those containers. I don't need that. Consumer goods are fire things like that. Don't need that yet. I do want to get another wheelbarrow because the one he has in the chicken pen is nasty, rusty, and dirty. It looks like one that's made for manure, so we're going to do that. I need to buy. Does he have? Oh, he does have his little water tank. Okay. What I'm going to get is up here in the cars, my favorite little beast, 6x6. And we're going to do glass rotating beacon. Attachers, I want the 3-point. And main color, I'm going to go deep red. And seats, we're going to go black. And yeah, that looks good. So we're going to buy that because that's essential for getting around the farm and not carrying bales and things. And then I need the auto, oh my gosh, I'm spending money like crazy. I need the auto load bale trailer for the baby bales and for hauling the calf igloos, which I just went past it again. Trailers. Not a fan of this new system they have. Whoops, wrong category. Bale transport, that's what I'm looking for. Bale transport, and I want this auto load, and we're gonna do bale trailer, and don't really care if it has a toolbox underneath. We're just gonna go for that for hauling the baby bales and getting igloos and things like that. And let's see, I think that's all the equipment I need for now, which is going to take several trips to get everything back here, which is quite all right. Let's see if I can fit this in here. Come on, slide forward a little more. Come on. Grr. Can I just move you? I can kind of. I kind of wish he would have used the rumbler van, I think it's called, where you can open up the side door. It'd be a lot easier to do. And I got 2 more things I want to put in here. And then we're going to go buy kitty cat. Actually, there's one more thing I need to buy here. That's cat food. I got to get that here. Oh boy. Okay. Cat carrier. This van could be a little bit bigger. Come on, get in there. There we go. Okay, now I need to buy a pallet of cat food. Or a flat of cat food. Pet transport, animal supplies. There it is for $6. Buy. Yes. Okay. And where did it drop it? Right here. All right. We got a load of goodies. Hopefully that one doesn't cause any problems. Let's see. Nope. All right, off we go to the animal dealer because I'm going to get the chickens and stuff while I'm here. He's just this way. Beep, beep, coming through. Alright, and I need to buy stuff from here. And, oops, I need to open up my box from the back here. Alright, and kitty cat carrier has to come out temporarily. And the 3 boxes, which are causing all kinds of chaos in the thing here. I wish I could toss this, and it doesn't let me throw things anymore. Sure would be nice. I may end up getting a slightly bigger vehicle, just because. Okay, I need one of these, and I want to get some chickens. We're gonna get, let's see, how many can this hold? Doesn't tell me. Okay, so I'm gonna get 10 baby chicks, and then we will get a couple bigger chickens, or is that full? The box is full. Okay, so we get 10 baby chicks, and we're gonna get some baby ducks in the other box. So we got baby chicks. I don't want to shake them up too much and make them all sick. Come on, turn. Okay. And we're gonna get the baby ducks. Oops, and jump for joy, obviously. I can't fit cows in that box. Nope. Geese, nope. Rabbits, nope. Ducks, that's what I want. And ducks don't fit in this container? Or what's the scoop? They may not fit, so we'll see. That's one of the things I do not know. Geese, rabbits. Nope. The wild ducks don't fit, so we're going to go with rabbits in this one. And we're going to get the babies. We're going to go 5 babies. Whoops. 5 babies. And then we're going to get 1 mama. And stay there for a little bit with all our supplies. So that's rabbits. And all that extra food and stuff is causing problems in the box here. Get in there. Come on. You're in the way, food basket. Move over. Okay, got that. Cat food, you're going to have to move again because you're in the way. And then I'm going to get whatever it'll let me get here. I'm not sure what it'll let me get. Not chickens. Will it let me get ducks? It will. Now it decides it wants to let me get ducks. Okay, so we're going to buy 5 of those. And we're going to get 1. We'll get 2 mamas. Just to have ducks. Okay, so we have all the animals except for the kitty cat. We'll get that. Then I got to restack my box here. Alright. Cats. Let's go with... Gotta have an orange kitty cat. Ooh, I can have 5. Let's go with 1 of that one. Buy. And then we're gonna get 1 black and white. Buy. Okay. So those 2 kitty cats. But I gotta restack all this now because my food decided it had to tip over and cause issues. And as much as I like the cuteness of this little van, it's a little bit on the small side. I gotta set that down so I can get a grip on it flat. So it's easier to reach. Alright, and will this fit in there? I hope so. Come on, get in there. The handle's sticking up on that box. It won't let me get past. There we go. Alright, that should be it. Let's get this stuff home. Strap everything down and shut the doors, and we're off. Off we go. And I gotta make sure I turn the right way. I'll come back up with the actual animal trailer and grab the calves and the piglets. Not sure why that guy stopped in the middle of the road there, but that's okay. We need to check on our harvester too and see if he's harvesting what he needs to do. Ooh. Alright, before we get started unloading all this stuff, let's go check the harvester and maybe move him to the other field. It looks like he's done over here. Where is he? Oh, he's over there. He blends in with the trees. I can't see him. Alright, so he's full. We're going to dump into the trailer as we go by. And I can't make up my mind if I'm a fan of the ground deformation or not. It just seems like it's a little overboard in some textures. So I haven't figured that out yet. We'll see. And I'll do all the baling off camera because it takes forever to get all these little baby bales done and picked up. So we're going to get everything else done here. Alright, that's done. Let's go grab the header trailer and move this to the other field. Which won't take the harvester long to do it all because it's a tiny little field. But we need to do it regardless. Oops, right over my trailer. And okay, I'm going to use part of the field here to turn around. Alright, and I need to go up this way to get to the field. Actually, I just thought of something. I'm not going to buy the square baler right now because I can use loose hay and put it in the dryer. So that might be a plan. I could do that with straw too, so maybe I'll do that for both of them. Because I forgot we have hay and straw storage. We'll go right here. Grab you. Oops. Come on, pick it up. Why are you being difficult here? Am I not lined up? Nope, not lined up. Okay. Alright, unfold you. Start you. Put you down. And giddy up, go, worker. Let's see what he has to do. 15 different turns and settles until he gets figured out. Yep. Alright, well, we're gonna go do our thing here. And we need to unload because I got animals in the truck. Yeah, I hear you. We'll put you away here. Hang on. Okay. Open up the back end. Remove the straps. I've got, I'm not sure what in this box. This one doesn't tell me. Okay, so we'll take it. How do I have cats over here already? Oh, they don't need a cat. Cats already spawned at the farm when I just bought them. Whatever. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Let's see. Are you chickens or are you... Let's see. Where's my spot to open these? Over here? Open animal dialogue. These are yickens by the looks of it. We're gonna move them to the husbandry. Select, move to husbandry, yes. And these guys, we got 5 of them, move to husbandry, okay. Alright, so we should have ducks running around, awesome. I'm just gonna leave the boxes sit here. And next one is, I don't remember. Oops, knock everything out. Hi kitty cat. Are you chickens or rabbits? They're quiet, so I bet you they're rabbits. We'll find out. You quack me up. Ha! Nice. Alright, animal. You are chickens. Okay, so... Wait. 5 animals. Move. Move to the trailer. What? How am I moving into a trailer? That's weird. 6. No, I don't want to move ducks to the trailer. Okay, what's going on here? Move. Chickens. Move. Select 5. Move to husbandry. Thank you. That's what I want to do. Alright, so that's empty. I think. We'll find out. Open up again. Pick it up, put it over here. And try one more time just to make sure I've got in... Okay, no animals in the box. Good, good. Alright. And throw that over here. Since I really don't need to do them after I move them in the first time. And the kitties are obviously already out at the farm. Because this is an empty box and it's upside down. Okay, we're going to throw that in this little shed over here. A little bit later. And get the cat food. And he's got a box right here. Feed the cats. Awesome. And we'll just tuck that right in here. And bunny rabbits. Or these look like chicks. I don't know. I don't even know if I got any bunnies, but we'll find out. Actually, this is my trigger. We'll just do it this way. Rabbits. Oops. No, rabbits are animals to sell or move. Okay. Are they already in? Oh yeah, they're already in the thing. Okay. So what's in here? I see a head sticking through the box, so there's got to be something in here. Open animal dialogue. Chickens, 10. Move to husbandry. Okay, got them. Now we got chickens and ducks and rabbits and yeah, all kinds of stuff. Alright, now we need to feed them real quick. This is the gruddy looking thing I was talking about. It looks horrible that we put feed in that dirty thing, but we will feed it up. And my controller has stick drift. Stop it. There we go. Get you filled up. And I gotta open the door. Can't go through his closed door. Come on. Open. This is the kind of map I like, though, where you have the hands-on stuff all the time. I love these kind of where you have all the little chores to do. Alright, back up. just a little bit. Otherwise it doesn't accept it. Stop moving, will you please? Thank you. And then I need to go get some of the baby bales and put the bales down in here. Try not to run over the chickens. Never heard baby chickens sound like adults. So that sound is wrong, but we'll let it slide. Alright, get that second one fed here. And then I need to buy a bale of hay for the rabbits, because I forgot to get that. Hello, Sebastian. Alright, get this. Alright, they got enough food to last for a while. So we're going to do that. And park this over here for now. Alright, and we'll leave that open. That's good to go. Okay, animals are fed. I need a bale of hay for the rabbits, but that's or a box of lettuce, one of the two. And then this is going to be for me, so I'll set this on the picnic table over here. Which I'm going to be thirsty before too long, so I'll have to use a little bit of this. Come on, get up there. There you go. Alright, and we'll get this one. I don't know if I can reach the last basket unless I get the pig food and calf food or calf milk out of the way. So we'll just put it right there. See if I can reach the last one here. Oh, that was the last one. Okay, cool. I'm going to drive around the backside of the barn here and see if I can get to the pig pens a little bit easier. Because if you remember, if you watched my previous series on this map, I had a food mixer sitting here that was just the bane of my existence. It did not work well. So he removed it and been working on other things, which he has now made us a pig food mixer back here, which takes a bag of potatoes and water and then grain of some sort. So we'll have to figure that out too. But we'll get that all figured out. I want the piglet food, which is the pink box is here, and he's got a storage right inside the door for him. If you go through the other door, it has a tendency to steal the bags and put them in the large pig pen, which I don't plan on getting going anytime soon, because it only holds 6. So what I'm going to do is buy 6 piglets and get them raised up, and then I'll put them in the big pen to, let them grow up, and then we'll use them for the butchery, which I will be doing. So if anybody's sensitive to that sort of thing, I'm sorry, but I will be doing this map to its fullest extent that I can as a single player. So that loaded in there. All right, get that. Kind of wish giants would work on their object moving just a little bit. Get that a little less cumbersome. But it works, I guess. Alright, we're gonna do that. And that should be stored now. Now we need to take this down to the cow barn. And whoops, I ran into the gate. Come on. There you go. Put this in the cow barn. And worker Dennis is almost full, so we got a few minutes yet. Drive around the back side here. And we're going to back up to this door, because the food gets stored right inside here. Or milk powder gets stored right there. And come on. And actually, I might start some of this mixing, because I plan on going and getting the igloos and stuff quite soon. Not sure I can reach this. I might have to adjust super strength length. I'm not sure. Oh, I should be able to get it. Alright, I'm going to take the other 2 bags and put them in the mixer and get that started. I need to put some water in there too, which takes a little bit because you get to use a bucket. Put it under the spigot, let it fill. And then once you pick it up, it turns full, and you do that. And get it to fill. And then drop it again. And it takes about 10 buckets to completely fill it up, but I'm not going to do a complete fill. I'm just going to do partial, because it takes a while to do 10 buckets. Which you can use a water tank too, I'm sure. A smaller one. But I don't mind doing this. Okay. That should be 3. Okay. Arc. This rotation thing is annoying sometimes. Come on, rotate the right way. There you go. Finally got it. Alright, that's going to be good enough for now. Enough to get it started. And then we are going to... What am I refilling? Refilling the bucket. The bucket's not under the thing though. Anyway, we're gonna go here, grab this, and go forward. And we are gonna leave it sit there, and then we're gonna go into our productions after it saves. And we're gonna turn on calf milk. Mixer, activate. Alright, we're gonna let that run while we put the vehicle away and go get our stuff. Some of our goodies anyway. I'm gonna run up and grab the little bale trailer, and I'm gonna run over to the animal dealer again and grab the igloos that we need. Whoa! That wasn't good. Didn't realize that was a big old jump there. Okay. Alright. Go get our igloos is what I was trying to say before I tried to flip the vehicle. Hopefully this hooks up to the trailer. If not, I'll use the beast. Alright, and I know I can't fit anything in the back of here, but I need the igloos, and I can only hold 2 at a time on there, maybe 3 if I'm lucky, so it will take a little bit. Yeah, my driving skills are usually pretty subpar. I usually crash into signs or gates or something, but I'm doing pretty good today, surprisingly. Alright, whoops. Wrong way. We gotta go back here and over here in this fence to buy the igloos. Alright, and talk to the... There's usually a person here, but I have the NPCs hidden. So let's do... I want 5 of them. Buy. Yes. Okay. Alright, now comes the fun part. Getting them onto the trailer and getting them home. And getting them set up. Alright, let me see if I can put that third one on there. And be super tall. Okay, can I do this without making a mess? Sure, that looks good. Alright. Close the F1 so it doesn't cover up the entire screen. I need to get turned around here. Get these back and get them set up so I can go get calves. And it'll take 2 trips down to the... Oh my god, traffic jam again? People, learn how to drive. Usually I end up shutting off traffic on every map I play because they just can't seem to function. Okay, we'll get these back and get everything set up for them. I'll need to pick up a load of bales too, because I gotta put bales in for the chickens, the rabbits, and the calves. So I'll need to get some of the bales picked up. Oh, yep, driving skill. I'm gonna fight Clutch Simulations for the best driver in Farm Sim title. Alright, and the igloos go back here in this corner. Right over here. Untie them, and then we're gonna go over here. I'm gonna have F1 on the C, and it'll tell me activate the pig igloo when I get to the right spot. Come on. Give me the trigger. Or can I just put one of these down, maybe? I don't think I can. Nope. It wants to. You to activate. Oop. Activate. Nope. Come on. There it is. Activate igloo. Where's the trigger? Right. There's one. Okay. So now we'll put that in there. And then I gotta find the next trigger. That one. And that one. And there's 5 of them along here, so you got a nice little selection of animals. And that one. And I dropped it. Come here. That one. And I'm going to open them up. Alright, let's go get the other 2. Then I'll come back and get the other trailer, the actual animal trailer, so I can get the calves and piglets. Piglets, there's nothing really special to do except for give them the piglet feed and also the straw, and they're good to go. And then turn the heat lamps on. The calves are a little bit more work though, because you got to give them the milk. Oh, we got another traffic jam. Move over. Grr. Alright, this time I'm going to turn around empty. Alright, get the last two of these loaded. Grab them and get them home. Oops. And then we'll go back to the farm and grab, or take these home, get them set up, and then I'll grab the animal trailer. Come on, move in on the trailer. There you go. And strap them down. Wish I could play the music, but it's all copyrighted, so I'd get a strike, and I'm not doing that. And I'm not gonna take a chance on using copyright-free, in quotes, music, because there's people that have paid for subscriptions that are getting copyright strikes now. So, which I'm not quite sure how they do that. But you guys can listen to your own tunes. That'll be perfect. Come on, keep moving. I got work to do. Oh, crash. Ola. Okay, come on. Okie dokie. Get these last two set up. Okay, and you open and open. All right, let's go get one of the loads of bales so I can get the bales done at least for that, which I need to go down this way and open another gate. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of music I'm not a fan of hang on one second, I need a coffee, otherwise I'm gonna cough. I'm not a fan of time lapses, and I'm not a fan of music in videos, because they always pick the noisiest music they possibly can. Let's see, how do I make this? Not unfold car, no. Stop going backwards, please. Controller needs to be fixed. No, okay, you're not gonna let me do that with the van. Okay, fine. Be that way. I'll go hook the van up to the animal trailer so I can pull that down later. I just need to get a few bales for the calf igloos for the moment. Alright, get you. I'm just going to bring you up to the front of the house, because I want to get the bedding in before I put the animals in. And there should be a pathway right along here to get back up to the front of the house. But I need to go search out one of my vehicles, or my tractors. Which one of them is on the wagon, wherever that is. That should be over this way, I think. And one's on the baler. So this was wheat. Yeah, this was wheat. Okay, so I should be able to take this straight over and grab the other harvester load. Looks like I'm going to have to empty this first. go get the empty, and then I'll come back and grab a couple bales. I only need like 6 to fill the calf igloos, so it's not a big deal, but I don't remember how many I need for the piglets and the chickens, so I'll just pick up what I have made for now. Yep, I pulled out in front of you. Nah, boo boo. Alright, here we go. Into here. Drop this. And I think the harvester's full. Yep, he's waiting for me. Alright, so we're just going to go empty him, and then I'm going to drop the trailer and go get those bales. Alright, drop you. Sneak in the back gate here. Everybody tells me I drive too fast through the farm and stuff. It's like, whatever. I drive whatever I feel comfortable driving. Alright. Oh, I bet you what happened is I didn't get the auto-load version of this trailer when I bought it. Uh-huh. That's what I'm gonna guess, because it's not giving me the options. Nope. I gotta take it over and modify it at the shop here. At our local shop. I bought the standard bale trailer. Because I don't know about you, but I don't like picking up the baby bales by hand. That takes way too much time to load a trailer. So let's do this. And then we'll see if I can back up straight and put it in here. Not quite. Almost had it. Alright, let's get this modified. Come on, there we go. Farm tech, modify, and we want to do bale trailer auto load. Yes. Alright. Ha! You gotta take the trailer with you, stupid. Come on. Get your poop in a group here. Alright, hook you up. And off we go. I really like this little dude's far. Snazzy little vehicle, and it's quick. Let's go the other way down to the field. Take the side road. Alright, there we go. And operating position. And away we go. And finish this pathway up and run over one of the bales in the process. That's always a good thing to do. And then how many more do I have made? Just one line. We'll grab them quick while I'm here. I don't think I'll need this many to get the animals taken care of, but we'll pick them up anyway. Just 'cause I can. There we go. Alright, let's go take care of the animals. Then I think I'm going to take a little bit of snackage from the food we brought back, just to keep that stuff under control. Let's start with the cows here, or the calves, get them going. Alright, so we're gonna go F1, and we're gonna do and my computer and my keyboard are fighting again. Nice. Okay. And I don't have unloading bale assistant on. Come on, switch on. Oh, you're not gonna let me. Thanks. Come on. Grr. Alright, fine. I should be able to pick them up this way, now that I took them off there. And we're gonna go ahead and just fill these up. And these need to be mucked out too, as far as I know. So you'll need to use the wheelbarrow or whatever to muck them out as the calves grow and do their thing. Oops, made a mess. That's okay. Come back here. Alright, and then this right here is an auto store for bales, which are kind of a pain in the butt to get them in there, because you got to hit it just right and get them in there, and then they appear. It's going to stack weird because I had a partial bale there in that one, but that's okay. Come on, pick it up. Seriously, pick up the bale. There you go. Actually, I might pick up just the ones on the ground here and then take the rest up to the chicken barn and the piglets, because I'm going to need those. There isn't any way to make people non-seasick on moving around like this, but it'll do. Alright. And I think this little pen for the bales holds like 200, I think. 250. But I'm going to get that partial bale out of there that was stuck. Come on. Where's my trigger? There it is. I had one that was 316. I'm going to get that one out of there so it doesn't make a mess with the stacking. And I'm going to take one of the other ones. There. Now it's straightened out the stacking. Alright. Stop unloading. Operating position. We'll let it reload itself. And then we're off to the piglet pens. Whoa! Airborne with a tractor. That's always good. I'm gonna have to smooth that corner out. And this door right here is for the piglets. And I gotta trigger the unloading. Unload bales. Okay, now I should be able to grab them one at a time. And we'll do this. Whoops. Get them filled up. Oops, missed. And we'll knock them all off the trailer. Perfect. Come on, get over. Alright, and open both of these up so I can bring the animal feed in there a little bit later. Come on, pick it up. I think they're full as far as straw goes there. How about this one? Are you full? You are. I'm just going to leave this bale in here so it'll feed itself. And then, come on, there we go. And we're going to take 4 for now out of here and put 2 in there and 2 in the other one, just to get the piglets started. Oh, I don't want that open. Close it. I want to pick up the thing here. Come on. There you go. And I don't want to get too close to the other feeders, otherwise it tries to take them all. Alright, that takes care of that. And operating position, pick up all the bales real quick. And I'm just going to dump this back by the cafe glues for now, so I can go get the animals. Yeah, there's a gate down here. I keep forgetting there's a gate down by the goat pen. There's goat and sheep back here that I haven't got set up yet either. They're back here in this little corner. And there's a gate. We'll get the goats next episode. Alright, so I'm just going to drop this trailer. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to do this. It won't let me do the unload assistant while I have it on here, so I'm just going to do that. And then bring this back over to where I am harvesting. And of course that's full, but he's done harvesting, so I don't have to worry about him right at the moment. Okay, leave that sit and turn myself the right way. And let's go get some piglets and some calves. Do-do-do-do-do-do. See if I get run over. Haha, I made it out without getting run over. Alright. Yeah, this trailer's a tad bit big for this vehicle, but that's okay. We're just going to be hauling calves and piglets, so they're not heavy. Come on, move along. There you go. Alright, let's go snag us some calves. Let's get straightened out just a little more here. And I usually go brown Swiss, but I think this time I'll go Holsteins. We're going to go 0 months, because they can only be up to 5 months old in the igloos. So we're going to go 0 months, and aren't they cute? Whoa, what's going on with you? Okay, evidently those calves are really heavy. Okay, come on. Seriously, I'm gonna have to gonna have to run back and get a tractor just to take care of the animals. Seriously? Grrr. Didn't know the calves were that heavy. Okay, well, I'll be back. Sleep tight there, little calves. Go get a tractor. And I think we're done with this. So I'm just gonna park it in here. Drive like a mad woman in there. Okay. And let's see. We have the Fiat Agri down here. We'll just grab that one. That one I know won't do wheelies because it's bigger. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Oops. Run right past it. Get this done, and once I get the animals home and get them secured and fed, I think I'm going to call it a day, because I'm starting to get tired. No sleep all night does that to a person, but one of these days I'll learn that I can't drink caffeine late in the evening. But, you know. Do-do-do. Gotta bring all that equipment home too. Do that off camera in between. Haul all that home and get her lined up. Get it ready to do everything we need to do. Oh, don't you run into me. Okay. Get this home. And then get the calves fed. Because we gotta use our milk carrier that we just filled up earlier. Oh, I guess I should have these darn things on, huh? Beacons. I never worry about beacons in this game. Some people are religious about using beacons, so more power to you. I figure if they can't see a bright green trailer in front of them, there's a problem. Alright, slow down so I can make this curve without crashing. Ha! Yeah, sure. I tried. Should have kept my mouth shut. Maybe I wouldn't have crashed. Alright, now this is going to be a little bit tricky because his triggers are fairly small. You got to hit them just so. Alright, let's open it up. And I should get a animal dialogue thing when I get in the right spot. Like right there. Move 1. Yes. Move to husbandry. Okay, that should be the first one. second. Nope, not manure. I'm almost running over the other calf. That's not good. Let's get over this way a little more. Okay, animal dialogue. Select, move to husbandry. Alright. Alright. And 2 more to go. I'm gonna get stuck on his pen. Nope, not in the right spot. There we go. Nope, still not in the right spot. Come on, let me have it. I don't want to spend all day trying to get in the right target. Alright, I'm going to pull out a little further and get a little more angle to my trailer, maybe. Nope, not going to let me put him back there. Nope. Come on, give me the trigger. Grr. Oh, for crying out loud, give me the trigger. Come on. Oh, he removed the triggers from here. Close calf igloo. No, I don't want to do that. Open animal dialogue. There we go. Finally got it. Okay, and then this one I should get that way too. No, I don't want to close the calf igloo. I want animal trigger. Where is it? Grr, I think my trailer's in the way. Let's close up these so they can't escape. I'll feed you in just a minute here. Gotta get your last brother or sister in the pen here. Nope, not yet. Not manure. Oh, come on. Let me have the marker, please. There we go. Nope, that's not what I want either. Maybe if I close the trailer. There we go. No, I didn't get that one either. I gotta try and close the trailer or something here. Something's not working right. Oh, come on. This is kind of touchy to get just right. Before you used to have triggers in front that would make it a lot easier to get the area just right here. Open calf igloo. Okay, now where's your trigger? Grr. Unfold livestock trailer. Open animal dialogue. There we go. Finally got it. Jeepers creepers. Alright. You're in your home for the next 5 months. And get you folded up, put the cover back on. And take you back and dump you. Actually, I don't want to dump you yet. But I am going to feed the calves real quick before I go get the cow or the piglets. I might actually just order the piglets and have them delivered. They're easier to do that way. I haven't tried to have them to go get them completely to see how much of a pain it is to get them to transfer. Alright, get this filled up. And I'm missing completely. There we go. Alright. Get these little guys fed. And I want to do tip side pipe. That's what I want to do. I think it looks a little bit better. Take these guys and get them fed so they shush their mouth. Noisiest calves I've ever heard in my life. There, get you filled up. Oops, my controller is freaking out here. Stop. Grr, stop it. Alright. A little too far away, but that's good enough. Oops. Alright, I'm going to have to rip apart my controller so it quits freaking out and escape me across the floor here. Alright, calves are fed. They're good to go for today. And I think I'm just going to run up and order the piglets because these guys were tough to get in there. I can't imagine what the piglets are going to be like, because that's in even tighter quarters. Alright, park this right here so I can plug it in, because it's electric. And let's see, where is my... usually it will give you the trigger to plug it in. Anyway, right now it doesn't need to be charged. So we'll just leave it. And... you're noisy, be quiet! Alright, I'm gonna just dump this trailer back over here where it was. Kinda, sorta. And then we're just gonna order the piglets. And I might start out with 5 cows. I'm not sure how many the pen holds anymore, so we'll probably get a few, you know, so we can start the milk process. But I need to make sure I have TMR first. I see he gives a few bales there, so we can get that going. Piglets. Let's go up here and order piglets. Alright, so open dialogue, and let's go with black pied. We're gonna go with 0 months, and we're gonna get 6 fit in the big pen. So that's what I'm gonna get, is a total of 6 in here. Oops, shut your door. And he does it that way so the farm retains its small status. And if you want to get more pigs than that, there is a pig breeding facility that you can buy. Go shut, door. Come on. Door? Where's my door trigger? There it is. He does a pig breeding facility, duck breeding facility, buffalo facility, because that's one of the changes in 1.3 is you can't put any of the buffaloes in the main farm. It has to be in one of the other pastures. I'm not sure which one it is. This one right here. That's for your buffalo. And then there's one for beef cattle too, but I'm not exactly sure where that's at. Here's your pig breeding facility. And down here's a goose fattening facility, so you can have more geese than what you can have at the farm. And then here's the beef cattle, I believe. So that'll keep you busy. But with that, I think I'm going to wrap it up for today. Actually, let's take care of the harvester real quick, and then I'll wrap it up. Get him put away and washed, and then I'll call it a day, because I'll do all the baling off screen. That's what I forgot to buy, was a plow, because I need to buy a plow so I can get the ground ready for the next crop. And I also need to decide what crops I'm going to put in, if I'm going to plant a winter crop or not, because I am running seasons, 3-day seasons, so I might cut that down to 2. I'm not sure. Because I seem to be getting a lot done in one day, so. Or one of the periods, so. Alright. Yeah, usually on the maps, Bruiser, they don't allow for calf igloos unless you put them down custom. He builds them into the map, so, you can build them and put them in. I like running calves because it gives you a chance to, experience the different styles of animals that Giants have made, which they've done a pretty good job on making the baby animals. I would like, actually there's a pen here on the farm, or not on the farm, but on the map for the woolly cows from Kinlake. They also have a place for those. I think it is up here somewhere. There's a buildable pasture for the cows, the woolly cows, up in this area here somewhere. I'm not sure what it is. I'll have to look. If I remember Farmer Klein's directions, they were up that way. But we'll get this guy emptied and washed up and put away, and then I'll do all the rest of the baling offline and probably get the grass baled too, so I can get the silage starting to ferment. Because I need to get a bale for the rabbits. I forgot to do that. Or a case of lettuce. One of the two. Alright, you're done. I'm gonna fold you up. Yeah, I know, your pipe is still out. Alright, go get my trailer, put the header away. And then we'll wash this little piggy up. And store it, and then we'll be good to go to get all the rest of the baling done. Excuse me. Alright, take this over to where the shop is and wash it up, because the Karcher is over there. Because we're done with this for the night, or the season, unless I decide to maybe flip another field just to have a little more straw, but I doubt I will. Because we'll have plenty of straw for now. Although we could probably use the wheat to save it for our bread, because we have a bread bakery on here too. Okay, get this little piglet washed. Yeah, I know it's too far away from the Karcher. Alright, I think we're good. Grab this, bring it back inside. And then I'm going to park this over here because there's more room than in the main farm. Okay, that's taken care of. Now, close up this so nobody steals my tools while I'm not paying attention. And try not to get run over by fabric. Oh my god, not gonna get run over by fabric. I'm going to take this. Oh, hey, kitty cat. This and back over to the baler section. And I think what I'm going to do, because this building right in front of me right now is the straw storage, I'll bale what I can for the little bales, and then I'll pick the rest up and put it just in the straw storage for making TMR and stuff like that. And then when I get that grass mowed, I'll turn that all into hay the first round, or silage. I'm not sure which one I'll do. And to do the hay, if I do it loose, you have to use the dryer, and that requires diesel, I believe. So that's wrong side again. That's the thing I have not looked into, because before it was wood chips, and I don't think it's wood chips anymore. I think it's diesel that you gotta have. And diesel cans. Okay, you can sit there for now. Let's investigate that really quick. The hay dryer is right here. Your trigger will be here to drop it off. And then your drying mechanism is back here. And you need to put diesel. And I think Farmer Klein said it was jerry cans you had to buy and fill this diesel thing up to get it to cook and dry the stuff. But the straw can go in this building. You just dump it here, and it goes into this storage, which is where they're storing our pickup wagon. Makes sense. But anyway, guys, that's what Hof Bergmann looks like so far. I need to get a bale of hay for the rabbits because I haven't done that. Other than that, we're going to be good to go. We got a good start on it, got all the animals started, and we harvested 2 of the 3 fields we own. No, 3 of the 4. I have the grass to harvest yet. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go see if I can get some shut-eye because I'm now really, really tired. So we're going to see if I can take a little nappage, and then I'm going to maybe come back on and play some more stuff, but I don't know yet. Haven't decided. So anyway, where you guys have a good one, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.